Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. So today it's a bit of a follow-up to a video I made a couple days ago about the 5 worst skins in MKX. Today we're going to be talking about 5 of the best. Now unlike that video, this one isn't actually really in order, so this top 5 is interchangeable, it can change, and especially those within the top 5, the order can change a bit. So if you disagree, that's perfectly okay, just let me know in the comments. Now I will say, unlike that video, all the skins I'm showing today, I actually don't have most of them unlocked yet because my PS4 data didn't transfer to the PS5 for this game. I assume that's the same for everyone that has it on the PS5. So for skins that I don't have, I'll just be showing cutscenes because they're all in the story at least a little bit. So with all that being said, do hope you enjoy. Let's get on to the number 5 spot. Here I wanted to discuss default Molina. This skin is really cool. I like all the small details that you can see on it. It looks really good in actual gameplay as well. There's some skins that look really good when you see them in the character viewer, but then when you actually start using the character, you realize maybe they have some better outfits. But with Molina, I feel like her default is quite possibly her best in the game. I think she has a good variety when it comes to outfits. All of hers are pretty decent, though there are a couple that look a little bit similar, but I think that this one stands out, and luckily it's the default one, so you have it just straight away. And I think that it looks really good in the story and in gameplay, and as I said before, like all the small details and stuff in it, like the pink color for some reason works really well with the darker aesthetic of MKX. Just looks really cool, but I don't have too much to say about this one. Definitely a top 5 contender at least. Next up, I have Revenant Sub-Zero. Bias definitely coming through here, but I think we can all agree this is a pretty good look for Sub-Zero. I know a lot of people don't like that you can see his hair coming out the top of the mask. I actually don't mind that at all. I actually kind of like it. I think it makes it a little bit more unique. Offering a hood would have been a lot cooler, but still, this is a really good outfit. And I like outfits where you get to see a different side of the character. Obviously, he's undead in this outfit, and we wouldn't really get to see him wearing this type of outfit if he wasn't undead. I just want to clarify that for the next few that I don't actually have unlocked, I have used them before in gameplay on my PS4, so I do know how they look in gameplay. This isn't strictly just based on seeing them in a character viewer, even though they're locked off. I have used them before, so a bit of bias on this one, but I think in the story he looks great gameplay wise. Definitely I'd say my favorite Sub-Zero skin in the game. I would honestly say a top 5 look for him in the whole series for me. I adore this look. I think it's really cool. I'd love to see it come back in some form, whether that's in MK1 or in a future game. I think it looks really cool. Definitely up there with one of the best skins in the entire game for me at least. Next up, I want to talk about another Revenant skin because I really crushed it with those, and that's the Jax Revenant skin. I know some of you maybe wanted me to talk about the Carl Weathers Jax or something like that, and that skin is really cool, but that's more of like a reference skin. This one is a more unique design, and I think that with the Revenant designs they did really well. But Revenant Jax to me is probably his best look in the game, despite having quite a few decent options. It definitely helps that we get to see this one in the story mode, so we get to play against it in the first chapter as Johnny, but then when you actually unlock it, I think it's absolutely worth it. I think that the skin looks so cool, and same with Sub-Zero, we don't really get to see Jax wearing this type of thing, so it is cool sort of seeing him undead and seeing these weird like spiky things that are on his shoulder that sort of go down onto his chest a little bit. I like the pinky sort of purple on them, that looks so cool as well. I remember playing through the story as a kid and really wanting to unlock these. Probably shouldn't say as a kid, but I was, so I'm not going to lie about it. It was always just such a fun thing to finally unlock these types of skins because they were always just looking so cool in the story mode, getting to play against them, and I think that this one is no different. Alright, now let's discuss a skin I actually do have unlocked. We have Ronin Kensi. This is a little bit controversial maybe because I've seen some people actually don't like this outfit. I think it's incredibly good. I would love to see it come back in the store in MK1 or make it free. That'd be great too. But I think that this skin looks so good in MKX. For me, it's really the mask that makes it, which I assume is the same reason for most people. This mask looks really cool. And when you take a look at the variations, it doesn't change it up too much except for the Kenjutsu variation, which removes the mask, but you still have the bottom part of it. I think that the sword just stays the same in all of his costumes as far as I'm aware. I don't think it changes or anything. I think his actual outfit is pretty good too. I do like that as well. But for me, it's definitely the mask that makes it look so good. But there's nothing wrong with this outfit, and that's really what I consider when I made this list is there anything actually wrong with it? With, for example, Revenant Sub-Zero, you can see his hair, but I personally like that. I know some people don't, but for me, that outfit's perfect, and the same can be said with this one. The only issue I have is, as I said, Kenjutsu variation removes like the top bit of the mask, but I still think it looks really, really good. It's just maybe it goes from a 10 to a 9, and that's really about it. Really good costume. Let's talk about some honorable mentions before I take a look at the number 1, which, as I said, isn't really like ranked, so let's just look at some honorable mentions. For the most part, I tried to exclude DLC characters from this because they only have one outfit, so I'm technically cheating here, but I'm going to talk about Triborg because technically they have 4 outfits, because all 4 of the cyborgs actually look a little bit different, but I think they all look really, really cool. Of course, we have Smoke, Sector, Cyrax, and you can secretly use Cyber Sub-Zero. All of these look pretty similar, but with their own color schemes, and like even the head shapes are a little different and stuff like that. Cool little bit of detail there. I really appreciate it, so I wanted to include them as an honorable mention. Then we have Revenant Liu Kang. As I mentioned before, I would have one in my honorable mentions. This outfit is really, really cool. It doesn't quite crack the top 10 for me, but this outfit is really, really cool looking. I love it a lot. But definitely let me know what you think of this skin. I think most people really like it, so definitely let me know. And then finally, just as a little pack, I have these steel skins for Ermac, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero. These ones just look really, really cool in my opinion. I think that they're not the best skins in the game or anything, which is why I didn't put them in the top 5, and I try to avoid talking about skin packs as one spot, unless it's an honorable mention like this one. In the worst video, I won't spoil it, but I did have a pack of skins as a dishonorable mention because they don't look too well in this game. In this game, they look really, really good, and they work really, really well, which you wouldn't really think they would based on how they look, but they look really good in gameplay and in the character viewer. So let's take a look at number 1, which again isn't really in order, but one of my favorites, at least for now, is actually the Dark Raiden skin in MKX, which unfortunately I can't talk about too much because, again, don't have it unlocked and it won't show up in the character viewer, so I'm not really going to show you just a silhouette. So I'm just going to have to show this one cutscene just on repeat for the next minute, which luckily the scene isn't too long, so maybe I can carry it out. But still, I think the skin looks great, possibly even better than his default in MK11, which of course is meant to be Dark Raiden. I really like my voice did something weird there, goddamn. I really like the purple sort of lightning, the evil eyes. I know it is based on Deception when he was Dark Raiden, but this skin looks really nice. Like the hat, the cape, like the whole aesthetic looks so good. And I remember when I first played the game, I thought that skin's awesome, and then when I figured out I could unlock it, because it was just a bloody silhouette. Oh my god, wake up. Silhouette. When I first figured out like that's the one you can unlock, I went crazy, man. That skin is so cool, and I think MKX was one of the most exciting games at the time to play. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the list. Let me know your top 5. Consider subscribing. I hope you had a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.